Hey, everybody. Welcome in Jill Kitson. Welcome in Louis 108. You guys are all super early. I literally just hit the go live button. Welcome in Amanda Ovitz. Howdy. Welcome in Amy. Welcome in Moonstruck 024. Sorry for getting started late. I'm working with this new setup, which is not working, but it's okay. I've ordered something else that's going to work better. It's nothing wrong with what I ordered. It's just not purposed. It's not working for me. There's nothing wrong with the product. Ooh, Rose, I promise we will be getting 2 questions soon. We're just trying to get this number to 2.5K. Boop, boopity boops. And then we'll get started. I'm going to swoop. I'm going to try to swoop. Let me see. Always takes a couple tries. And there we go. And I cannot swoop over here, but this is what it actually says for you guys over on that side. So I'm going to get started with doing a little bit of multitasking. Had a good day with Dad today. Oop. Move this back just a little bit. Quite a bit of tension here. Fixed that. We'll still be going for the same amount of time, despite my slightly late start. Oop. Oh, I saw that, birdie. That's cool. Actually, you should be doing your own thing, girl, right now. You're on vacay, girl. Do we have Moon? We got Moon in here. Let's see if we have Raquel, too. Oh, you need the rest. You're like, okay. I'm okay with being sedentary. 6 hours, nice. Woo, we have some activity over here. Hello, on the other side. So for you guys over here, once I get enough activity over here, I'll be starting with answering your questions over here as well. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. It's a lot. I'm trying to like multitask quite a bit here. I'll get the hang of it. Okay, keeping an eye on that number. Six, 7. Can't believe I just did that. All right, one more to go. Looking at that number. I'm behind. Oh, no. All right. No, not that. Okay. TikTok is just tea. All right, cats and kittens, let's get started. Ooh. Oh, I cannot wait to have this not be the setup. Should be happening tomorrow. I'm very delicately balancing a bookshelf on a thing that is supposed to be a plant stand. Do what you can with what you have sometimes, you know. All right, let's get started here. I'm going to have to lean in a lot to be able to see. And over here on this side, I know I look really weird right now, but if you would please consider giving me a subscribe. It's free. I promise it will get better. I promise. It's like literally the third time over here that I've been on. All right. Monica would like to know, is Norman still romantically interested? Monica would like to know, is Norman still romantically interested? I do get yes. Show me odds, percentage of interest. Okay, not bad. We're sitting at a 7 out of 10. Rose would like to know, will initial B move out? Yes. Within a month? 2 months? 2 months, I do get. Mercedes. And then Julian over on the other side. I'll answer your question. Mercedes, people from Sunday asking extra. Oh, people from Sunday asking extra questions today. Are they pulling to put in an offer by Saturday? Okay. Show me odds. I really, really, really want to hope that this is the time that we get to pull out the champagne, the champagne. Julian over on the other side. Who's better, Messi or Ronaldo? Are you talking about from a romantic standpoint, Julian? Who's better for you? Agnes, while we're waiting on Julian to answer. Julian, who is better, Messi or Ronaldo? I need to know if that is a romantic situation or something different, please. Agnes, will Agnes's husband find a better job soon? Within a month? Show me odds. Agnes, odds are really good within a month. And for Julian, sorry, I'm not really into sports, but I will ask. Julian would like to know, who is a better soccer player? Is it Messi or is it Ronaldo? Messi, Ronaldo. They're both good. But I do get that Ronaldo is slightly better. Of course, every day is going to be a different situation. So, Aurora, will Manny's communication get better when he's back? Aurora would like to know, will Manny's communication get better when he's back? I do get yes on that. Can you show me how much in a percentage it will increase and be better? A lot, quite a bit. Donna, will Donna's ex-husband Brian and his affair partner actually go through with getting married? That is a no. Show me odds on marriage. No. Okay, let me check out what's going on in the bakeries over here. And for those of you who can't see, I'm sorry I can't change the font size or the font color, but here's the menu if you would like to skip the line, skip the queue. And for you guys over here, here it is as well. Sorry, it's even worse for you guys. So there is the menu if you would like to skip the line, skip the queue. And looks like we're starting out with so yes, I do remember Amanda. Let me see, where do I have you? Oh, it does look like you were the first one in, Amanda, so I'm going to start with you. So we're going to do the energy checks. I'm going to start with initial D. We're going to do non-spicy first. Initial D towards Amanda, today's energy. Non-spicy. Ooh. So that's like an 11 out of 10. What about spicy initial D towards Amanda for today? And they do actually touch my shoulder. What about initial T, non-spicy for today? Nine out of 10. What about spicy initial T towards Amanda? All right, this is kind of a tie, I think. They were both moving a little bit slow. If anybody had a lead in anything, I would think it would be initial T with the spicy version. They just moved a little faster. For Joanne, is it in Joanne's best interest to contact Joanne's sister even though she hasn't responded in the past? So should Joanne try to open up a line of communication with Joanne's sister? Would it be in her highest and best good? The answer is yes. I don't get that you get much benefit out of it. The world is always trying to get us to get along a little bit better. but the odds of you getting something beneficial out of it, it's low. But we should always be trying to connect with one another and try to squash the beef. But I don't know in this case if it's worth it. Today is 6/9, yes. The day Venus hits Cancer, yes. Cancer sign is... Isn't they crazy? Well, I mean, we all have moments of that. I'm not... I like astrology, and I love to follow people that really know what they're doing with astrology. I cannot claim that myself. But yes, this is depending on what your birth chart is and all that. This is a significant day for quite a few people. And let's see if there's anything going on this side. Nope, ever since we got the soccer player question, and that was pretty much it, but that's okay. All right, so continuing on here. I'm going to do Brianna, and then I'll be doing Meta. Brianna would like to know, can initial A and Brianna have a good future together? Yes. Show me potential, please. It could be very good. Yes. Lots of potential there. For Meta, your first question, okay, you're just asking for their thoughts, so I can answer that. But I am going to say it privately. So Meta's first question. I am getting yes to your first question, first part. It does seem more of the second person that you mentioned. It's more of their idea. Question number 2. All I can ask is, will they attempt to start the process? That's all I can answer. Show me odds on that. It is a very good odds on them attempting to start that process. However, keep in mind, I don't know where you are in the world, but oftentimes things like this, usually, typically, can't guarantee this now, but usually it's pretty darn hard to take everything away from the mother unless there's some really extreme circumstances. And that's as far as I'll go with answering on that. And for energy checks both ways, show me Brian's non-spicy energy towards Meta today in a percentage. very odd. It's a 9.5 out of 10. And then show me spicy, please. All right. Oh, it's so that makes it so complicated. So even the energy checks are really high, which is very strange given your previous questions of what they intend to do. Yeah, it's so not fair what people try to do to women sometimes. Um, and you're in a pickle, you're in a situation because that is your child's father, and the best thing to do is try to keep things copacetic, um, and working with one another, but it doesn't sound like they are going to try to be working with you like you would try to be working with them. It sounds like there's, I hate to say this, but it sounds like there's going to be some future strife coming through that you're going to have to deal with. So, over here, hello, Britty D. Jalissa. Jalissa would like to know, let me see if I can find it. Oh, thank you guys. Jalissa, does he regret his words in the argument? Jalissa would like to showing in person. A lot. It's a yes, and it's pretty much at 100%, which is unusual for this early. Ray is lucky the person. Ooh, I have to change the person. My rods don't really recognize the person. They get a little confused with that. Let's go with, for Ray is lucky, meant to be in a relationship with Ray during their current lifetimes. Is it meant to be long term? Is it meant to last their lifetime? Current lifetime. I get that there will be a relationship. It will be significant. Could be long term, but I do not get that it lasts both of your lifetimes until one of you leaves the rock, if you know what I mean. And for Britty D, did my friend S ever consider Britty D as a friend, or were they using Britty D? Did Britty D's friend ever truly consider Britty D as a genuine friend, or were they using Britty D? I get yes for considering you a genuine friend, and I get a no for using you. Caleb, thank you for being a title gifter. Lila. Caleb, does Caleb's wife Ashley still have true, genuine love, care, and affection for Caleb? And will they reconcile and get back together? They love you, but it's not, there are circumstances in the relationship that they're not willing to come back to, but they do still genuinely love you. But there's just something about the relationship that they are unwilling to commit to. Sophia, is Max involved with Elizabeth romantically? Sophia would like to know, is Max involved with Elizabeth romantically? As in currently. Show me odds. Is this an emotional thing? Is this a physical thing? Have they taken it to a physical level? So this sounds like something that's going on where, hi Tanner, they're emotionally attached right now. So like communication and stuff like that. Haven't necessarily done anything physical, but still to some people, that may be crossing a little bit of a line. JC, should JC give up on Carl? Is there someone else better suited? Is there someone else better suited for JC? Rods are giving yes. You could certainly move on from Carl, and there could be somebody that is more well suited for you. But you got the free will. It's completely up to you. And for a little continuation for Sophia, energy check. So can you show me Max's non-spicy energy towards Sophia today in a percentage, please? So we are sitting at about a 7 out of 10 on that, which I consider very good. I would consider your relationship with like sitting down and having like a one-on-one talk, talking like adults, like letting each person speak and not just letting the emotions run it. But just having a talk about like where do you think we are? Where do you think we're going? Is there other interests that you want to explore? And how honestly comfortable are you with that? There are lots of types of relationships out there, so I would suggest having a significant talk with them to try to help figure out whether it is best for both of you to try to stick this out together, or if it's best for both of you to part ways and go find your next partner. Meta would like to know, does Brian think that he married the wrong person? I was going to clarify that a little bit more as the question, but it's a yes, and they did it, and looks like there's stuff coming in the future that is, I don't know why. I'm assuming there was a lot of outside pressures, potentially outside money. For Glenn, and we're going to do energy checks. We're going to do non-spicy first. Okay, good day. Again, we're sitting at 8 out of 10. And what about spicy? We do go to the shoulder with that one. It's not a super fast swing, but it's slow and steady. I like slow and steady. Don't read too much into that. Over here on this side, you guys can ask questions too. All right. Oh my. Okay. So I'm over at Mr. V's Bakery and realizing that I am quite behind. So I will be here for a moment. We have, for the list, we have Cassandra, Lizzie, Jan, Ray, and Ray is a full read. TikTok is just T. Hey, girly. Okay. So starting with Cassandra, we're going to do some energy checks. Joey towards Cassandra. Non-spicy for today's energy, please. Did something happen this morning? Was there a little hiccup this morning? Because it did stop probably somewhere around 10 a.m. your time. But I do get that as you go further into the day, we ended up at a 9.5 out of 10. But there was a stop kind of around, or maybe it's very early in the morning. Let me see if they're responding in any way. Yes, a small one. Okay. It registered. And what about spicy? Joey towards Cassandra. Spicy. Well, there's no hiccup there, no stop there, no speed bump there. And it was about 1 inch away from my shoulder where it stopped. And then for your questions, question number 1. Oh, well, this might be explaining it. Yes. That's a yes to question number 1. Question 2. Also a yes on question number 2. Question 3. Bear with me here for a second. Okay. There's some stuff that we'll talk about tomorrow. But yes. On question number 3, yes. But I'll reserve that for tomorrow. And for Leela, did Leela's husband communicate with Stephanie today? Leela would like to know, did Leela's husband have any communication with Stephanie today specifically? I get no on that. For Lizzie, we're doing energy checks. Troy, non-spicy. Towards Lizzie for today's energy, please. Ooh, little more, 11 out of 10. It's like 1 inch away from the end of my rod. What about spicy? It's like, they never hurt, but I'm always like, oh, if that was 11 out of 10, what's it going to be when I ask for spicy? Because it's most of the time more swing, more strength, like, so very good energy day there, Lizzie. For Vani, and then we'll do Jane. For Croesus 9743, who is trying to contact me, the rods unfortunately are only able to do yes no questions, or like percentages, scales, timelines. So you would have to give me some examples of who you think might be trying to contact you, and then I could ask, is it them? Yes or no. That's how dowsing rods work. Now, you would have to ask a psychic, somebody that is psychic, if they could come up with an actual name. So for all of you over here, so when the rods cross like this, that is my yes. And when they go out, that is my no. And when they do something like this, where they stop one on top of the other, that means odds are 50-50. We don't know just yet. Something needs to happen in order for there to be more odds for it being yes or for it being no. Problem is I don't know who or what. Oh, there's a what involved. Something evil though. Hang on. Hang on, Croesus. Can you hang out for a second while I do a couple people here, and then I will try to figure out if it's a who or a what for you, because I can definitely do that if you hang out for a second. Vani would like to know, will a CA commit to Vani before this year 2026 ends? Show me odds. Odds are very good, and that is a yes. And I'm going to do Jane, and then if Croesus is still here, Croesus, I will answer you then, and then it'll be Ray, and that'll be a full read. Jane for private. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's try to find out. This will let up a bit in the current year, 2026. Jane, I'm getting September. September, first half on a weekday. September 4th specifically. Jane, I don't know if you, I would personally suggest, because I want the best for everybody, I would personally suggest looking for somebody on here on TikTok that does astrology, or you can also look into places that you can plug in your own info if you know it. That will kind of give you some insight into what's going on, because I do really believe that the stars and the planets and have a great influence on us, and sometimes we go through really long periods of, unfortunately, not fun stuff. But I do see with the rods that in September, first week of September, things should feel like they are getting lighter and easier. But I do think in this case, for your specific question, that astrology could really help you out. So I would leave it up to you of how you would like to handle that. And over here, Croesus 9743, are you still here? I will try to answer your question if you are still here. I know I asked you to wait, I'm sorry, but Croesus does not seem to be answering, so I think I'm going to move on. Okay. So I'm about to go into Ray. This is a full read. Give me a moment, please. So hold your questions. It shouldn't take too long, but it's easier to hold your questions because the mods are going to be more likely to see you once I'm done. Okay. Energy checks for Ray. Lucky towards Ray, non-spicy for today's energy. Very good. 8.5 out of 10 for non-spicy. For spicy, lucky towards Ray, today's energy. To my shoulder. And then we are switching. We are switching people. Non-spicy energy, Mark towards Ray. Oh, that one went all the way to the shoulder. Mark's spicy energy towards Ray for today in a percentage, please. Okay. So just based on the responses, it looks like Mark's energy today is higher. For the question of should Ray date Lucky? They are giving yeses to both. It is honestly your choice. If we are just talking about a dating situation and not something that is like committed, monogamous, why not date both? You can make them aware and be like, hey, look, I'm dating. You're welcome to date other people too. I mean, it just depends on what kind of, there are so many combos of relationships that you can have out there. But why not, try to figure out for yourself who's the best for you, and like also from a perspective of them as well. Are you a good match for them? And I'll do some odds for you with the next questions of happier with. So let's do Lucky first. Nine out of 10 for happiness with Lucky. And again, slightly higher for Mark. So both are really good. As for how long the relationship would last, and then show me for Mark, please. Mark only comes in slightly higher than Lucky. So, like I said, both are really good potential partners. But Mark does come in slightly higher. Oh, good. Next question. Good question. If this looks like no. As long as you are being upfront and honest with both parties of what you are currently doing by having an honest sit down conversation of going, I'm just in dating mode. I'm in dating mode of I am open to dating multiple people. If you are expressing that if you are looking for like solid commitment, it just depends on what you are looking for in the future, what they're looking for now. You need to make sure that you are on level playing ground of, okay, we're both okay with what we're doing. So yes, again, I think that they would, all parties would be okay with the idea of we're just dating and nothing is set in stone and we will see where it goes from here. For the fulfilling, lucky comes in at 9 out of 10. Mark comes in at 11 out of 10. Both are still awesome. If Ray were to choose Lucky, would Lucky choose Ray? Show me odds. Yes, if I do believe that if you were to say to Lucky, I am choosing you, it looks like Lucky would choose you as well. Or would it be in Ray's highest and best good to move on with Mark? The Rods really like Mark, but there's good chances. Let me ask one more question. When I'm just reaching out and asking for personality-wise, I'm getting that Mark is more stable personality-wise than Lucky is. That's not to say there's anything wrong with Lucky. It's just Mark has their wants and desires a little bit more categorized and together. So the Rods are going for Mark, but this is a decision that you need to make. This is free will. All your friends like Mark too. So, I mean, you have options. That's awesome. So you could do what I said at first of try to date both. You could be like, okay, maybe I'll put my focus on Mark for a while. So oh, never heard back from Croesus. Hopefully they'll come back. Oh, is Croesus here? Someone's here. There's one person. But I'm guessing it is not Croesus. Okay. For Donna here. Donna would like to know, is Donna slowing down my ex-partner's healing journey as I'm bumping into them once a week? Okay. Okay, so technically the answer is yes. Yes. But when we're looking at how much, we are looking at a 4 out of 10. If this is something that you cannot help, don't feel like it's on you. But if it's something that you can avoid without too much inconvenience to you, I would say go ahead and do that. For energy check for Shagun and Ioannis. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing. Can you please show me Ioannis non-spicy energy towards Shagun for today's energy, please? Ooh, nice. We are sitting at a 9 out of 10 for that. You don't want to know. I've been tormented with this thing for the last couple of days. Oh, if it's only days, then okay. Okay, Croesus. It's all good. These originally, just so you don't get freaked out, these used to be used for finding water way back in the day. That's what their original use was for finding water for wells, like way back. So I do not believe that there's anything bad juju going on with these. Obviously depending on how you use them, but TikTok is just tea. Okay, sorry guys. Let me get back to it. And I do thank you all for your patience. So I need to bebop around a little bit. Oh my, okay, so there have been some people over in the California bakery that have been waiting for quite some time. So I need to do a check here. Okay, good. We're only at the 58-minute point. Thank you guys for boopity booping. If you like what I'm doing, please consider giving me a follow over here. If you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing. Yo, it's free. Like, subscribe, follow. Okay, so first off, we have Lynette. So I'm over in the California bakery for Lynette. Lynette would like to know, is William already withdrawing spicy time from current girlfriend? I do get yes for that. Ooh, and that looks like a 100% withdrawal. Okay, so Lynette would like to know, will William commit to Lynette right away? Well, if I'm remembering yesterday's conversation, it looks like you guys are talking while they're still in the relationship, but your relationship doesn't start until after some time of the current relationship being done. So that's the rods. Um, hmm. Okay. Oh, Lynette. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. I get that they will be talking to you and things will move forward and they will leave who they are with currently and they will want to continue to be with you, but there's going to be a little bit of pushback about an immediate commitment because they are shy from what just happened. So you might be like, commit, 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 and they might be like, yo, 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 like, I really like being with you. I really like spending time with you, but give me some time. So show me odds. If you are willing to work, oh shoot. So Lynette, if you are willing to give them some time to be like, okay, I am ready for a commitment again. If you are willing to give them that space and that time and not push them and pressure them, I do get good odds that they will be okay with the commitment. For Kayla, will Kayla get a medical field job by 2027, by the beginning of 2027? Will Kayla get a medical field job by the beginning of 2027? Show me odds, please. If you are dedicated enough to putting yourself out there, yes, I get very, very good odds, Kayla, for you getting a medical field job. I work in medical, I work in imaging. You can direct message me if you have any questions. I've been in the field for almost 20 years. So you feel free to direct message me and I will help you with any questions you might have. I've been in a lot of different medical fields before the one that I got my degree in. So I am happy to help you with any questions you might have to help get you in the good direction for you. I always love teaching in my field too. So there were some, okay. So sorry, I'm over here for just a second. Yes, I tried them here in Sweden. Sweden, oh. They're basically used for finding water, yes. And mark out where to align your house for alignment. For a well, I'm assuming, yes. So this thing you're holding can also be used like a pendulum. Yes, yes. And so if you get a yes on the question, if it's something evil, then it would confirm my suspicion. Are you just afraid to ask? Like, well, sometimes it's energy. It's usually energy. Every culture has its folklore about really nasty things. But most of the time, it's usually just more about literally cleansing your house, like physically from dirt or energetically, which can be easily done. But sometimes I do believe that there are things that are really nasty, but I think that they're more rare than they are common. But if there's been something that's been bothering you recently, it could potentially be like maybe a relative trying to come through and being like, knock, 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 like, yo, I'm trying to tell you about something, and maybe not something as nefarious as you think it is. But I won't ask unless you want me to. For Easy Freezy. Okay, I will ask Easy Freezy. I gotta ask Easy Freezy, are you guys talking? Oop, I saw. When did this happen? Did this happen recently? Or has it been going on for a while and I just didn't know? Can I ask how long? Okay, I'll just get to your question. Oh my. Easy Freezy, I do get yes, and I get 9.5 out of 10. Okay, I'll take that. Thank you. Easy Freezy, I get good news. So we got the 9.5 out of 10. I do get that this is going to evolve into a very special relationship. It is going to last at least 1 year. I can't guarantee that it's a lifetime thing, but it looks like it's very special and unique and meant to be. And I'm so happy that it's finally coming to fruition for you after all these times of asking. So I'm so happy for you guys. And thank you guys so much for your patience this evening. I know I've been doing a little bit of back and forth. You're welcome, Easy Freezy. So happy for you guys. Let me do Shayna here, and then I'm going to be reading for Ash. Shayna, is Curtis moving on from Shayna? Is Curtis leaving Shayna emotionally or physically? Is Curtis still committed to Shayna? I get that Curtis is still committed. So I get no for the moving on, yes for still committed. For Ash, will Brandon and Ash get back together? Show me odds, please. Very good odds for that. 8.5 out of 10. Hello, you guys out there. I know it seems like I'm ignoring you, but I don't mean to be intentionally. You guys can ask questions too. I'm on 2 right now, so. And a little follow-up for Lynette. Will William fall in love with Lynette quickly? It's a no, but let me dig a little bit deeper. Okay, so I asked a couple extra questions. Once again, in this, bless you, bless you. Sorry, husband is sneezing upstairs because he has allergies. So this is a situation, Lynette, where you do not want to push William. If you just be, everything will fall into place. If you push, it might delay things. So everything will happen in the timing that it is supposed to happen, if you allow that. So enjoy the time, enjoy the experience. They will too. And it's looking like so far, if you allow that pace, what you will end up with is what you are wanting, that you will be happy. But you're going to have to let them go at their own pace. That is so him. Yeah. So, and also from your perspective, you also have to take yourself into consideration. Is that okay with you? Are you okay with working at their pace? Because it should never be one-sided. It shouldn't be somebody always just being like, oh, I just got to wait for them. I got to wait for this. I got to do this for them. It should be a two-way street. But if you're wanting something and you're willing, it will happen. But if you start to get impatient and it starts to become too much of a draw, and it's not a two-sided, like, okay, I'm still getting something out of this. It's still a two-sided street. So make sure you pay attention to yourself as well. Whew, I've been talking a lot. Okay, so, Zymina, and then I'm headed over to Mr. V's Bakery. Zymina, will Initial E communicate with Zymina about their situation before or after his trip? So, will E communicate about the situation before the trip? After the trip? Okay, they are closer to, it looks like they have made their mind up about the trip, and it looks like it's a yes, and it looks like the conversation happens after the trip. What does that mean? Did I see something from Birdie about a thunderstorm? Birdie, are you in a tent in a thunderstorm? Can I be in a tent if it in thunderstorms? Well, in certain situations, if that's your only option for shelter, it's okay. But if you have the option to be somewhere else, that's probably safer, depending on your elevation, depending on how much rain is coming down, what's around you. Um, if you, because you certainly don't, like, I don't know how waterproof your tent is, because this will always be a testing ground. You're going to find out if you have the ability to move to a vehicle. That's probably better, at least until the storm passes, and then you can go back and assess if you've got like a bright enough light. Well, it's still daylight here, so it should be daylight where you are too. But yeah, you might want to move to the car until the thunderstorm has passed, and then go back and reassess is it safe to go in, because like there's all sorts of little creepy crawlies that come out with the rain. And if your tent isn't like super waterproof, and there's not the tiniest of little holes for those little buggies to get in, you know what I mean? And you would want to take your stuff with you so it doesn't get wet. And looking here to see who's over here on the list. Okay, so up next I have Patrice. Patrice would like an energy check. It's quite high. So Patrice, we are 10 out of 10. And as for your question, Patrice, I am getting more of the latter option that you gave for your question, Patrice. When it came to the place, I'm getting the latter option, not the first one, if that, hopefully that makes sense. For Cassandra, I'm gonna pack up some stuff and we're done. Oh, Birdie, if time is of the essence, you should do it now. You don't want to be doing it during it. Especially if that rain is going to drop the temperature and make it chillier. Or make it more muggy and more buggies come out. Do it now. Do it now. Hold on, Cassandra. I'm going to do Zest here real quick. Zest, should I be putting energy into fixing 29-year relationship or start over? So would it be in Zest highest and best good to continue to put energy into fixing the 20-year relationship or start over again? Start over again. Start fresh. Fix the current. Zest, I'm getting no for fix it, staying and trying to fix. that is so much time to spend with somebody, and I understand because I'm about to come up on my 19th, so I don't understand as completely as you do, but I'm about to come up on my 19th wedding anniversary, and that is a long time to be dedicated to somebody, and it could be daunting to think of the idea of starting afresh. Um, but that's what the rods are giving me, is that you would be better served with, you don't necessarily, for a while, you need to go it alone. You need to process um, the relationship. I think you've probably already been kind of doing that. But there will come a time that you'll probably be a little more open to new potential relationships or friendships, at least. So that's what the rods are giving me. Thank you, that game. Thank you for the cherries. For Cassandra, is the comment that Cassandra made something that Cassandra should address or leave alone? So the Cassandra that I think that was made about Jesse, is that something that Cassandra should address again with Joey or leave it alone? For your part, Cassandra, I probably wouldn't bring it up again. Will Joey bring it up again? I'm getting a no on that. And what are the chances that Joey and Cassandra will figure out whatever the issue is in a way that brings the connection closer and more stable? What are those chances, those odds? They are very good. They take time. They are a work in progress. They are getting better each day. Whether you can track that small little step, but the rods are giving me that they get better and better each day. Even though it's a small increment, if you look back to maybe what was months ago, and I know that you had like a tumultuous situation with a friend group, but if you just hone in on just that, you and them, hopefully you see some progress. We're all works in progress, constantly improving, learning along the way. Okay, so Molly has a full read here. So let me do Ariel because I can do that quickly. And then Molly pretty much has a full read. So I'll need some time for that. Ariel will be able to make enough money to pay for the trip to Georgia. Will Molly be able to make enough money in time to pay for the trip to Georgia? Show me odds. Odds are good. It's 9 out of 10. As long as you stay dedicated to it, you've got that goal in mind, you're going to be fine. You're going to make it. So I'm going to go into a full read here for Molly. So please hold the questions for a second. It shouldn't take too long, but just so that you don't get super lost in the feed. This would be a great time to do the do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Boopity 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 boop. That would be very much appreciated because those are free. Okay, Molly, first question. When will Molly make a substantial amount of money where Molly is in the mind frame of, whoa, you go, girl? Okay, so when is Molly going to feel like Molly has reached making a sustainable, substantial amount of money that is continuous? Is it in the year 2026? Is it in the year 2027? Next year? First half? Second half? Second half of 2027? Is it in third quarter? Is it in July of next year? August of 2027? September of 2027? September of 2027. That's a ways away, but September of 2027. So I don't know if you have any plans in your head of like a blueprint for this, like you've got something that's going on, or you're just being like, hey, I'm just asking for out of the blue. But it's looking like September of next year, you're going to be in a much better place monetarily than you are now. And I was asking for substantial, sustainable, and continuous. So when will Graham reach out? So do Molly and Graham have any future communication? Yes. When is the next time that Graham and Molly communicate with one another? Is it before the end of this current month? Is it before the end of third quarter? Yes. Is it in July? August? Communication with Graham in August for Molly. Sorry, they hit first half of August. Yes. On a weekday. On a weekend day. Weekend day, first half of August. Okay, what is the best energetic day for Molly and Graham having communication? August 1st, August 2nd, August 8th, August 9th, August 9th. Okay, Sunday, August 9th. Thank you. And energy check. Who has the most feelings for Molly? Okay, so we're going to do energy checks. I think, sorry, I missed what you said. So, Molly, when it comes to your first question, I added along not only a substantial amount of money that you were like, whoa, you go, girl. Not only just substantial, but sustainable and continuous. So, like, the money is good, it's a good amount, it's continuous, and it will be continuing to happen. So that is September of 2027, I believe. Graham reaching out, that is, pull it up. Graham reaching out was August 9th. That was Sunday. Now we're doing energy checks. And I'm assuming you want me to do energy checks on each of these individuals towards you both ways. Is that correct? No, just the most. Oh, okay. So when it comes to who has the most sincere feelings and the best intentions in their heart for Molly. Can you show me in a percentage how much Graham has for Molly in that category? Graham is a 6. What about Tim? Tim is a 15. What about Enrique? Enrique's kind of a slow starter, but has the potential when it comes to the long term. And they are at like they're in between like 9.5 and 10. So Tim is first, Enrique is second, Graham is third. Tim is crazy about me and pretends he hates me, and is that because they don't want to admit to themselves? I don't know. There's a lot of potential options there. And to continue for Molly, what profession is best for Molly and that Molly would thrive in most? Most financial and energetic, purposeful reward. So Molly would like to know which profession would be best for Molly, that Molly would thrive in most, also be the most beneficial financially, and also be the most energetically purposeful reward. Would this be film, art, interior design, architecture, or fashion? So, out of those categories, which one fills the most of those questions or slots? Is it film? Is it art? Is it interior design? Is it architecture? Is it fashion? Odds. Can you show me odds on film? Odds on film are 5. Odds on art, whether that be performing or fine, 6. Interior design, 2. Architecture, 5.5. Fashion, 9.5. When will this transition happen where Molly is seen publicly? Will this transition into the fashion world where Molly is recognized publicly for Molly's contribution to this industry? Does this happen in 2026? 2027, 2028, 2028, first half, second half, second half of 2028. So it's a while, a lot to think about. But that's when we were asking for public recognition, something pretty significant. It doesn't mean that you're not going to make leaps and bounds before then. Yeah, I wouldn't even try for a date in 2028. Just knowing generally what time of the year. Um, but yes, also under your name. So, but it looks like very promising things. Like you've got suitors, you've got people that are interested, you've got a career in fashion coming up. So I think everything's looking really good. And if you have experience in all those other things, film, art, interior design, architecture, I mean, all those other things, just because they weren't the one that is going to have the most success, you can still fall back on all of those things in the meantime. For Marissa. Sorry, guys. Thank you for your patience so much this evening. I know I've been getting like really in-depth with some people, but I promise that I will be as in-depth with you when I get to you. Marissa, we're doing energy. Jonathan towards Marissa. Can you show me Jonathan's level of true, genuine love, care, and affection that they currently have for Marissa in today's energy? It's good. It is 7.5 out of 10. Will Jonathan change his mind and give the relationship with Jonathan and Marissa a chance? Yes, show me the odds on that, please. The odds are very high on that one. How much longer on lists? Yes, let me check. Okay, so as far as I know, I believe I just completed... Nope, I was incorrect. Okay, so list on Mr. V's bakery is Patrice, Curtis, Jennifer. I have Lynette over in Cali, and bear with me here a second. And when it comes to Mrs. P's bakery, we have Sophia, Destiny, Glenn, Iris, and Zymina. Okay, so let me check over here. We are at 1 hour and 40 minutes. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to say And Raquel is here, sweet. So I think we have Moon here too. I think Moon might be doing the behind the scenes. So I'm going to say that the list is closed now. I'm going to start off with Lynette because we can get that done quickly, and then the California Bakery will be all closed for this evening. So for Lynette, timeline for commitment from Will. I think I did that yesterday. But I can ask again. So we're looking for specifically for when Will is going to be open for a commitment with Lynette, not just seeing one another, spending time with one another. Like, this is commitment. We are solid with one another. That's what I'm going for. So does this happen in the year 2026? Yes. Does this happen before the end of second quarter? Before the end of third quarter? Before the end of fourth quarter? Crossing for fourth quarter? Does this happen in October? November? November? First half of November? Weekday? Weekend day? First half of November? Weekday? So, best energetic day for Will and Lynette being in a committed romantic relationship, November 2nd through 6th, November 9th through 13th. Best energetic day, November 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. 12th and 13th, both days, really good. That's the commitment. There'll be a lot coming before then. Will William be happy and fulfilled in the relationship that they have with Lynette for as long as it lasts? Show me a percentage. So, as with any relationship, the good days are the good days, the bad days are the bad days. We have a mixture of both. But overall, in general, for the good part of the relationship, for as long as it lasts, we are sitting at almost a 9.5 out of 10. So I would say that that is a very positive, healthy relationship. For TJ here, TJ would like to know, has Abby viewed TJ's TikTok account in secret recently? Yes, and more than once. Okay, so I believe the California Bakery is done for this evening, and I'm going to kind of go back and forth between the other two. I just need to find my place here first. So just let you guys know out there, list for Mr. V's Bakery is Patrice, Curtis, Jennifer, and for Mrs. P's, it is Sophia, Destiny, Glenn. So I'm going to start over here because there's more people over here. For Sophia, energy check, non-spicy. Sophia, I'm assuming you want me to do this with Max. Is that correct, Sophia? Do you want the energy check that is coming from Max? Okay, thank you. Can you please show me Max's non-spicy energy towards Sophia today in a percentage, please? True, genuine love, care, and affection. Nice. 8 out of 10. And is it in Sophia's best interest to set boundaries with Max about him and Elizabeth? Yes. Having a good adult conversation about what your boundaries are, absolutely. Just make sure that you hold to your boundaries. Have a back and forth conversation. Remember, it's a two-way street for communication. I'm not a licensed counselor or anything like that, but just make sure that the conversation is respectful, both ends. And just explain what your expectations are so that they know them and that they can verbally agree to them, and so that they understand what the expectation is. That way you're not going to bump into any issues. For Destiny, does Diego want to make Destiny his girlfriend, and is he genuine about Destiny? Is he talking? Is he talking to anybody else? Okay. So Destiny would like to know, does Diego have the desire to make Destiny his girlfriend? Show me how much they want to. So the want is a 6 out of 10. Will they take action to make this happen within the next 6 months? Show me odds on them taking action and making this happen within the next 6 months. Ooh, the odds are very good. 8.5 out of 10. Does Diego feel true genuine love, care, and affection for Destiny? Yes. Is Diego currently or recently, say in the past 1 month, been talking to anybody else romantically? That's an instant no. So that's good. So it looks like you are the only person that they are interested in at the moment, and given a little bit of time, looks like you guys will be in a more official capacity. And I'm going to switch over to a little follow-up for Patrice. So this one is for Patrice. I feel you on that one, Patrice. It's definitely happening, Patrice, yes. It is a yes, and I hope you have a wonderful time. For Curtis, and thank you guys, thank you for all your patience during this. I was kind of deep diving into some people. Energy checks between Tiana, so we're going to do non-spicy, Tiana towards Curtis. Ooh, I do believe this is a little bit higher than the last time I asked, but I'm getting 9 out of 10 for non-spicy. What about Tiana's spicy towards Curtis? Mm, that was almost to my shoulder. For timeline, when would be the best time to start showing her romantic interest? Is she keeping her distance from me? So I'm going to do the question first, and then I'm going to do the timeline. I think the timeline is already in the timeline, honestly. You have, I think Tiana knows that you have feels. Usually we can pick up on when somebody has interest in us, even if they're not extending that vibe intentionally. Usually it's like just a little thing in the inside that we know, like, they like me. Not quite 100% sure about if it's for this or if it's for this or if it's for both, but we usually have a little bit of an intuition of like, oh, okay, they would be okay if that happened. So I do believe that Tiana already has an idea. But let's go with your question first. Is Tiana purposely keeping her distance from Curtis? Asking from Tiana's. Okay. I get no for keeping distance. However, I do remember some things from the past of, does Tiana find it very valuable to keep work and romance separate? Okay. It doesn't mean it can't happen. It just means that it's there to take into consideration and it must be respected when you are there. So they're open to it, but and for your timeline question, when should Curtis start showing more romantic interest? Yesterday. Anytime you want. Anytime that you feel that you're ready to. You do need to sit down with yourself and be like, if I start this, Are you going to be able to follow through? So it doesn't necessarily mean like it is on your timeline. It is on your comfort timeline. It doesn't seem. Let me look. It's looking like Tiana doesn't have any expectation about a timeline of anything happening within a certain time frame. So it's looking like whenever you're ready, just as long as you're ready to follow through and not make it, don't ghost them, basically. Start out with something small, work at your own pace that you're comfortable with. You don't have to go any faster than you're comfortable with, but that it's looking like she's going to be very receptive. So the ball's in your court. What are you going to do with it? For Jennifer, is there going to be any future contact between Jennifer and Eric? Okay, I do get yes, so we can go forward with the win. Will it be before the end of second quarter? Before the end of third quarter? Will it be in July? August? First half of August? On a weekday? First half of August on a weekend day? That's a ways away. Get note of this month, though. Best energetic day for Jennifer and Eric having any communication. August 1st, August 2nd, August 8th, August 9th, August 15th, August 16th, August 15th, Saturday, August 15th for Jennifer. And just so I do believe now that I have completed both the California and Mr. V's bakery, and now I am finishing up Mrs. P's bakery for Glenn. Sorry, I gotta release my hip and my knee. Ooh. Ooh. For Glenn, question number 1. Okay, it's half and half. They were open to half and questioning the other half. Was it? I don't fully understand the context of the question, but I am getting a no when I ask it precisely how you said it or wrote it, if that makes sense. Just want to see if Glenn had... Okay, I will ask. Can you show me on a scale, like percentage? It's minor. We're looking at about a 2.5 out of 10 for that question here. 2.5 out of 10. So those are pretty good odds. Well, to be determined on that final question, Glenn. Too early to tell? I think you know the right thing to do. They're saying that you should take some action on this to prevent unwanted things. There is time to make changes. There is time to make changes. There is time to make some changes. Once again, you know what to do. Okay. So there is time to make some changes from what your earlier set of questions were. There is time to influence, I guess I should say, influence some people, maybe change some minds, and it looks like there could be a different outcome because right now I was getting a hesitancy marker, like it could go either way. So there is some work that you could do on your end, and you know what you need to do. So yeah, that's all I have for that. For Iris, will there be any communication between Iris and Dom before the end of this current month? And they're answering me before I even have the question out of my mouth. Yes. Will it go well? Will Iris be happy? Will Dom be happy? All right. When is the next time that they communicate with one another? Is it the first half of the month? Oh, this is happening soon. Is it on a weekday? Is it on a weekend day? Best energetic day for Iris and Dom to communicate with one another. June 13th, June 14th, Sunday, this week, Sunday. Ooh, and I'm so thankful for the mods, and I don't know if they need to go. Raquel will chat, and Raquel will be in a more committed... Will Chad and Raquel be in more than a committed relationship? Be in more than a committed relationship? Are you talking about the M word? And for energy check, a more committed. I do get yes on more committed. Energy checks, non-spicy. I get 9 out of 10. Spicy. And that one tops off at 10 out of 10. Raquel, are Chad's marriage issues worsening? Oh my. Wow, those rods are... They're like my cat, Wrigley. She's like... Yes, I do get Raquel. I'm trying to do the mods in between here with people because I'm not sure if the mods need to go, and I can certainly finish it up from here. But there are some people that I still need to get to, so I'm trying to do like one, then the other, back and forth, trying to keep it fair as best I can. Let me finish up my one mod here, and then Zymina, I got you. I have not missed you. You are next, Zymina. Let me do Shannon's energy check. D, non-spicy towards Shannon for today. Also a 9 out of 10. Spicy. Initial D towards, yep, to the shoulder. So it's looking like a good day, energetically. Zymina, when will Diego reach out for communication? So, do Zymina and Diego have any future communication with one another? When is the next time that Diego is going to be the one that reaches out to Zymina for communication? Is it before the end of this current month, June 2026? No. Is it in July? Yes. Is it the first half of July? Second half of July? Looking like second half of July on a weekday. Yes, on a weekday. Second half of July on a weekday. Best energetic date for Zymina and Diego to have communication. Is it between July 13th and 17th? July 20th and 24th? Best energetic date for communication, July 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, crossing on the 23rd, 24th, 23rd, July, Thursday, 23rd. You're welcome, Raquel. Sorry, and thank you for staying so late. We've definitely gone over what I was expecting. So thank you, Maud, so much. All right. And just a quick update. Oh, nice. Nice, Samina. I think that is probably the best way to handle it too. Yeah. Okay. So as the clock chimes, oh, I gotta stretch my legs. Ooh. Okay, so if there's anybody out there that only if you sent to a bakery, if you didn't send to, if you don't know what sending to a bakery is, you didn't do it, and that's okay. But there's only 7 people in here, so I'm assuming that everybody has gotten their answer. And you're welcome, Zymina. So I'm just going to hang out for a second, just make sure that nobody's like, ooh. Night, night, Raquel. Thank you so much for staying late. Thank you, Moon, as well. I'm hoping that Birdie left when I was like, Birdie, get out of here. Go enjoy yourself. Night, night, Moon. Okay, it looks like everybody's out. Okay, I will be back tomorrow, so I'll see you guys then. If I didn't catch you tonight, catch you tomorrow, hopefully. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Take care.